DraftKings Reignmakers is no more, but if you still want to play something like DraftKings Reignmakers, I've been playing on Sorare for a long time. So in this one, I'm going to show you guys how Sorare works. I'll put the link to sign up down below in the pinned comment and in the description. When you sign up, you get free cards like Reignmakers to play in the common contest, and you can win more cards, packs, things like that in the free common contest. So it's been fun. So I definitely enjoyed DraftKings Reignmakers. I just made a video on how much they paid me out for my collection of about 250 cards. Go watch that one after this. If you haven't already, I had all common cards in Reignmakers. So, I'm not a huge player like some other people that spend thousands of dollars into this, but I still have fun with it, and I still like playing over on Sorare. So let's get into Sorare in this one, because that's really what this is about, finding an alternative. If you really liked playing on Reignmakers like I did. So here's Sorare, the home platform here for the MLB. So they have MLB, NBA, and then a bunch of different soccer leagues to play in as well. Currently, I mostly focus on the NBA. I did some MLB in their first 2 seasons, and now they're in their 3rd season, I believe, of MLB. And actually, I sold off most of my cards, but I still play in the free ones. So we're going to dive into some MLB, and then I'll show you NBA as well and how it works. The main difference off the bat of Sorare compared to DraftKings Reignmakers is the entire company of Sorare is based on NFT gameplay like Reignmakers. So if DraftKings Reignmakers, if the only thing they did was Reignmakers, that's basically what Sorare is. So if they say that they're done, their entire business is over and done. There is obviously still the risk of them losing their MLB or NBA license, and you can't play it on it anymore, or that they just want to shut it down one day like they did with Reignmakers. So obviously that risk, and we've probably seen some price decrease in some Sorare cards because of what happened to Reignmakers, but not exactly sure on that. So just warning you that obviously anything can happen with these NFT projects, but I still have fun with it. I play for free in the MLB, so I'll show you my free reward here. I came in 3,000 out of probably like 8,000 people with the free lineup. I've done pretty well in some of the free. So I picked up a Brady Singer here. Pretty good to get him for, coming in 3,000. So I could use him. Let's just enter a lineup. So compose a lineup. You got the common all-star, which you could play with the free cards. And then the limited ones are like the next level up. And you have to pay, and you can buy and sell all these cards. And then they have rare, super rare, and unique. So a bunch of different tier levels. You can see the prizes. The limited champion, less than 1,000 people in here, $3,100 in prizes plus 80 boxes. A bunch of limited contests here. This week there's 6 different limited contests you can enter. You can win cards, boxes, and even some cash in them as well. So we're going to enter the common all-star, and I'll show you guys my cards I have here. So you can see the probable pitchers. I'll go with Screwball, and then basically this from August 5th to August 8th, you're going to add up all your players' points. So you're going to want to play guys that have a good amount of games. And then you have a multiplier, a boost here as well. So you got to look at that. So we got Bednar with a 7.5% boost. I've been playing Bednar a lot this year. Corner infielder. So here is where you can get tricky. So you can get guys with 4 games in your lineup if you want, because obviously they have more chances. Or you can just go with your best player. So I do have an Ohtani. I got Ellie Dela Cruz with 4 games, a no-brainer here. Outfielder, we got Belling here. And then I'm going to go with Soto. And then for my flex, usually go with another hitter. So I'm going to go with Marcus Semien for that lineup. And then let's come over and look at the marketplace really quickly. So you could see, you could pick up a Bailey Ober for $11. You could get Kyle Harrison for $7. But there is definitely some deals. Like you can get a starting pitcher for $2 here, Tyler Anderson, Colin Rea for $2, and you can get starting hitters here like Travis Denard for $1.69, Aaron Judge $2.40. So still some healthy prices on the limited, which are basically the cheapest cards here. $240 for Aaron Judge, Santander $54. Jackson Holiday doesn't have many cards, so he's at $189. But you could put together a pretty competitive lineup, honestly, for under $100 if you really want to be competitive with a common lineup, maybe 150. So you look at Ohtani here, 190 for one of his previous year cards. It's just not going to have as high as of a boost for previous years. But the cool thing about Sorare is previous year cards are still good for any contest. Essentially, they will occasionally have the rare contest where you need to use cards from this season, but I don't think they've done that much with MLB. They did it a little bit with NBA last year, but cards from any season are viable to use. So let's look at NBA. Wemby 224, Jokic 120. Then you can get like an Embiid here for $61. So some of the prices, Giannis for $54 on NBA actually are a bit cheaper. LeBron for $20, and you can use any season. So you can see this LeBron is a year one edition. Coming over, looking at this Embiid, I think this is from just the last season, and I think they've only done 2 NBA seasons so far. NBA definitely a lot of fun. Basically, the NBA works. They have game weeks, they call them, which are like 3 or 4 days, and they just take the highest score of the player for NBA. So NBA really fun. And I do have 68 of the limited cards. You know, I got like a Jaren Jackson in here. I got Brunson, Van Vliet, Paul George. So I do have some good players in my collection. Julius Randle, Jalen Green. So I do go pretty hard in the NBA one. And they put out a statement where they fully expect to go all in with the NBA season next year still. They've been going strong with MLB, and actually their top product is going to be soccer or football, and they have a ton of contests and leagues, and it's their most popular. This company is based in France, so obviously soccer is going to be more popular over there. You can see all the different leagues that they have, and honestly there's a lot going on in soccer, and I haven't really dabbled into the soccer too much, but that is actually their core offering. It's where they have the most users in soccer, so they're definitely going strong. I think just all in all, Sorare compared to DraftKings Reignmakers, I think the biggest difference is that, you know, this is their entire business. Like, Reignmakers was a small part of DraftKings, which I think is why they were so just okay with getting rid of it. But Sorare, this is all they do, so they're going to go for as long as they can until, you know, they lose the license or they're like forced to shut down, if they run out of money or something of that nature. But obviously still some risk in it. But I've had fun with Sorare for over 2 years now, very similar to Reignmakers. Another difference is, say I wanted this LeBron card, you can actually trade other cards that you have. So you could send, like, I have 10 in cash, so maybe I'll send 10 in cash for this $20 LeBron, plus you can add one of your cards or a couple of your cards. So maybe Fred Van Vliet and $10 in cash for LeBron. So you can actually send trades for cards that people have listed for sale as well. So it is kind of more like managing your own team. I think it's pretty fun to do that way as well. But overall, if you guys liked DraftKings Reignmakers and want to try a similar product for different sports, highly recommend Sorare. Check out the link down below. You're going to get those free MLB cards, and then when the NBA season comes around, you're going to get free NBA cards if you sign up with this link down below. You can play 100% for free, but definitely a fun bi-weekly game. They have 2 contests per week for both the MLB and the NBA. It is definitely a lot of fun. If you want to check it out, definitely get in there and start playing for free, and maybe start thinking about the NBA season because it's coming around pretty quickly here, and I'm excited for what Sorare has in store for that. So if you enjoyed this one, check out the other videos I did on DraftKings Reignmakers, and we'll see you in another one.